What it do? What it do? It's your girl Lala, and you're tuning in to the Jump Off with Lala.
It's the jump off right here. It's the jump off right here. It's the jump off right here. It's the jump off right here with Lala.
Hey, yes. So how are y'all this evening today? I am wonderful. So we are drinking Spring Creek Sweet Red. This is our go-to. This is really good. So pop your bottles. Get ready to pop your bottles. Or like I always say, water, soda, Gatorade, whatever you choose to drink and want to share with me. Because that's what I do. After a good long day of work, I get on this podcast, wine and dine, and talk to y'all. So here we go. Cheers. Because we got our glass out. Y'all, that is so good. It's so good. It's really a good wine. Ooh, I love it. I love drinking it. Okay. So tonight we are in season 2, episode 17. We are climbing the chart, y'all. We are just rolling, and I love it. So shout out to us. Yay. And the name of this episode is Love, Lies, and Red Flags. Okay? Clock it. Clock that T, y'all. And we'll be discussing the red flags that we ignore, because they're there and we ignore them. Every week, I don't feel the need to say the reason why you don't see who you don't see. Shamika Lachey is busy. She got her stuff going on, Quacking Duck Catering Services. I had to make sure I got the name right. So make sure y'all check her out. She is busy, getting those orders in, doing her big one with that. So shout out to her. And King Caddy, we already know he is busy. He is booked and busy, baby. People is outside. It's summertime. Okay. So that's the reason why you don't see them. And I don't want to say that every time, but just in case if you're a new follower or you're new to our channel, you will know the reason why you don't see them here. So I just want to make sure I said that and give everybody a shout out. Trying to get to the lighting, y'all. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah. And I kept my glasses on because, y'all, I really am blind. But it be the glare from the glasses, so that's why I be taking them off. But, yes, I wear glasses. Okay. Check it. So, welcome to the Jump Off with Lala. Today's topic is one we've all experienced. Red flags we ignore, okay? Sometimes the warning signs are right in front of us, but we make excuses, give people the benefit of the doubt, or just convince ourselves that things will get better. So, why do we ignore red flags, and what happens when we do? Let's jump right into it. Clock it. Y'all, I do. I crack myself up. I laugh a lot by myself, and I love it, I would tell you all day, every day that I love me. I love being around me, and I really be cracking myself up. So, I got to get the note cards and stuff together. And let's go over them, okay? So, when I talk to y'all, I can get this right. Okay. So, red flag, these are just going to be some examples. There are plenty, right? And as I always state, I'm no doctor. I don't have a doctorate. I'm not a psychiatrist. These are just based off my personal experiences and things that I do kind of like look up. So I do look up some to give y'all some factual things, but for the most part, it's from experiences and opinions. So these are just going to be a few red flags that I'm just going to go over with y'all and talk about. If there's any that I don't say that you know or want to put, please comment below, put it below, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's so many, you know. Ooh, Lord knows, I know I'm not going to scratch the surface to all of them and get to all of them. But if there's some that I don't say, please make sure you put in a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow, just engage with us. If, like I said, we may not be everybody's cup of tea, but at the end of the day, hey, it's nothing to share it. You know, somebody else will like it. You know what I mean? That is a form of support. So we definitely appreciate it. We thank you to all of our subscribers now, our followers, everybody who engage with us, who supports us. We love y'all. We appreciate it. I just want to give that quick shout out. Okay, so let's get right into it. Red flag example number 1. Okay, let's get into it. They say they care, but disappear for days. Oh, I had to get silent. Because they say they care and they disappear for days. I know, me personally, if I'm feeling you, if I'm into you, if I'm rocking with you, it's no disappearing for days. You can damn near pretty much always reach me. There are some times where I just cannot get to the phone, obviously. I mean, at some point we all to that point, but I would definitely call you back as soon as I get the chance to call you back or text you or something. So I'm just not going to disappear for days. Now, granted, sometimes, like I always say, that my misery do not like company. So granted, sometimes I do like to kind of, you know, get in my little zone where I'm in my own healing within me. And, you know, I may take a step back, but if it's somebody that I'm really dealing with, we're going to go through it together. Yeah, you're going to be part of that. So I'm not going to just, you know, disappear for days. But, you know, that's me. But that is definitely a sign to look at, because there's no way you're going to tell me you care about me and then you disappear for days or weeks and it's just nothing. Like, how is that? But I don't know. What do y'all think? That's just one of them. Making promises that you don't keep, you know. Men, women, it doesn't matter. This is not just directed towards men. This is for women too. This is just anybody that you're dating or, you know, intimate with, or, you know, whatever you want to call y'all situationships. So, yeah, but making promises that you don't keep, like, I mean, that's just, I mean, self-explanatory. I don't really know much to say about that. Like, my thing is, say what you mean what you say. Stand on business, stand on what you say. Granted, sometimes we make plans and things don't go as planned, but it's a difference between making a promise to me that you're going to do something and stand on that, and then you just never do, or you never execute, or you never follow through with your word. So that's definitely another red flag. They're only available when it's convenient for them. Like, you know, only when you can get to me or whenever you have time for me. But what about my feelings and my time when I want to be with you, when I want to express that to you? It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. You know, it's a partnership. It's a equal thing here. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me take that back. It's not always equal, but like, depending on how your relationship is built or set, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I want to feel loved and I want to feel cared for, and I don't want to have to question it. I want to know and know what I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing my mama used to always tell me: when a man loves you and cares, you're going to know. Like, there's no question. Like, there's no second guessing. It's none of that. He stand on that. He stamped that. He own that. He on that type of time, okay? So, yeah, but, you know, that's how it goes with some people. You know, it's just convenient for them. So let me ask y'all a question. Have you ever ignored someone's actions because their words sounded good? Have you ever ignored their actions because their words sounded good? Yes, My answer is yes. I have. I have. It's like a juice. It's like a sweet juice. Telling y'all, if y'all haven't tried it, y'all got to try it. Like, I could just drink it and y'all like, what? Because, it's like a juice. But yeah, so I have, because, stuff was right there in my face. But boy, his mouth game and how he said things to me and how he made me felt, and I just ignored all that. But granted, I was way younger, y'all. I was really, really young, like, beginning of my teens type, young. So, yeah, it started young, but at the end of the day, yeah, he made me feel like, yeah, and it'd be right there in my face. But so I did ignore the red flags. What about you? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, hey, like I said, I got a story to tell, some stuff to tell, So, what about you? All right. So, and it's definitely inconsistent communication. Obviously, it's the up and down, words and actions don't match. This is just how it go. Just how it goes. So, that's some of the examples for, red flags that we do ignore in relationships, or like I said, situationships, or whatever situation you got going on. Red flag example number 2, lack of accountability. Clock it. No, I'm going to do this one. Yep, you heard it. I like giving y'all the pause. I love it. It cracks me up. But everything is always someone else's fault, right? They never admit when they're wrong. Okay? I think that definitely plays in the role of a narcissist too. Like, it's just always someone's fault. You don't take accountability. You have to take accountability. When you slip in, when you slacken, you have to take accountability. I mean, it's what it is. I'm going to pause for a second, y'all, because I'm going to catch it before it goes out on me. There we go. I got to make sure I got everything good to go, because I be talking and my battery always end up dying on me. So I think I got it, y'all. I think I caught it before it happened. Clock it. But yes, so lack of accountability. So they never admit when they're wrong. They always have an excuse. It's always an excuse. They apologize without changing the behavior. It's sorries for days and days and days, but you're still doing the same shit. You can keep that motherfucking apology then. I don't want it. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to really be remorseful when you do something and really try to change it, then you can keep it. Don't give it to me if you're going to keep moving the same way. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big one. But yeah. So the question that I want to ask you is, can a relationship survive without accountability? My answer to that is no. Because if you don't take accountability for your actions, then how can we grow in our relationship? How can I give you my full trust? How can I surrender to you as my king? How can I fully trust your word, or that you're going to take care of this relationship or family or whatever it is we got going on? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to be the head to lead if you can't take accountability for anything you do, let alone trying to, run a whole pack, as they say. So my answer to that is no, guys. No. What do you think? Make sure you comment. Let me know. I be trying not to in the mic, which I didn't. I know I did just do it. But I be trying not to because every time I drink that, it makes me want to. Every time. Okay. So moving right along. Red flag, example number 3, controlling behavior. Yes. Control often disguises itself as concern. Ooh. Control often disguises itself as concern. That's a good one because in all honesty, ladies, sorry, but I gotta put it out there. I mean, just we be speaking facts here. I feel like women use that one more than men. Granted, men do too. I'm not saying they don't. Don't chew my head off, okay? I'm not saying that they don't. But I think that is something that women use the most. We be, oh, I was worried, I concerned. You ain't called me. So I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's a sense of control because we want to control. We want to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to have control over what the hell. You know, where our man at, what he doing, like, what's up? Like, so it be, oh, I just was worried about you. And granted, we do be worried, but I think it go hand in hand with that control because we got to know, we want to know. So, yes, if y'all see me looking down, it's, you know, I'm looking at my cards instead of holding them while I talk. So I got them down. So that's what y'all see. I got them down. That's what I'm looking at the table because I feel like it's better to look down at them. But maybe I should hold them up so I can. I don't know, y'all. Whatever. Let me know if y'all have a preference or you don't. This way you can see that face card. Okay, clock it. All right, moving right along. Oh, I feel like salsa. Look at that. Move the mic. Nope, I'm leaving that mic right there. Oh, gosh. Hold up. Oh, my God. It's as if somebody's sitting like right here next to me and I'm cracking up with them, y'all. But red flag, example number 4, is disrespecting boundaries. Ooh. Ignoring small boundaries can lead to bigger problems. Ooh. Constantly pushing limits. Not respecting your time. Making you feel guilty for saying no. And I want to address, you know, all of those because I know at some point I've, you know, portrayed some of these flags, I guess. But let me be clear. I'm who you want in your life, okay? And that's all I got to say. Not that I have to sit here and lay my whole resume out to you or explain to you why I am what I am. When you know what you know and you know who you are, the best way for me to put it is I am who you want in your life. But there have been times where, of course, I'm going to push my limits. I'm a woman. I want to know how much my man going to let me get away with. So, yes, I'll push a little limit. So, to me, that's like a cute little thing, but I don't really know. I don't think that's like a bad flag for, you know, who I am. But it is in my examples as a red flag, so I don't know. But there have been times when I guess I have done it and I wasn't consciously knowing that I was doing it, you know, and so I had to be corrected. And when I'm corrected, then it's like, oh, okay, my bad. Because at the end of the day, you know, we do like to push our limits to see how far the man going to let us go. So, yeah. Respecting time. I respect people's time because I know my time is valuable. I don't got time to play around. I don't got time to waste. Time is money, okay? So at the end of the day, as long as I can be doing something constructive, and I am doing something constructive, my time is very valuable, and I respect everybody else's time. So that's not an issue for me. I'm going to respect your time, especially if you or him and you own your shit and you the man, you know what I'm saying? You running your business, or you doing this, you work for yourself. Like, you got your shit to handle. So at the end of the day, time is definitely respected. But at the end of the day, just make sure I'm over here and you make time for me, because we all make time for the things that we want. So that's all I ask, but I respect your time all day. And I don't feel, and this is just me expressing that, I don't feel like I make anybody guilty for saying no. My thing is, if it's yours and you say no, I'm not gonna get mad. Like, you have every right. Now, sometimes I do get in my feelings, or I will feel maybe off guard or thrown off, or maybe even my feelings hurt, because I'm the type of person that I would, if you're in my circle, we rocking like that, I would do it for you. Like, sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes I don't want to do it, but because of the sake that I care for you, I would do that for you. So in return, you know what I'm saying, I would expect or hope that you will want to do it back for me to make me feel good. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So I don't necessarily try to make you feel bad, though. You know what I'm saying? I eat that no, and then I'll go hurt about it later, be pissed off about it later. But I'm not going to try to make you feel bad, because you have every right. It's your God-given right to say no. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I stand with that. But that is just like a general thing. I'm not even really in a relationship. That's just the general thing with me and people, period. I'm not going to try to make you feel bad for saying no or guilty. So the question that I would like to ask to my wonderful, wonderful audience is, why do people struggle to enforce boundaries? Ooh. So I'm going to answer that for me, and I would love for y'all to answer this, because I would love to read all the different other comments or people point of views on this. But I struggle to enforce boundaries, I believe, because when I genuinely care, I really care. It's a real I was going to use the wrong word. It's a real force. It's a real true, like, care, a love, like, you know what I'm saying? So when somebody wants something that I don't necessarily want to, if I'm rocking with you like that, I would just still do it for you, because, like I said before, I would hope in hopes to know that if I call on you, even if you don't feel like it, that you would still for me. But when you live and you learn, people aren't you, and you can't look for you in people. And that is definitely something I'm learning on. So it's a little harder for me to enforce them, but I am learning to do it more and to really be able to stand on that, because I have to take care of me first, and I can't try to be a people pleaser or a people person to the point where I am the one losing out. And it has been that way. I feel like I be getting the shit in the stick, like, because, what I'm saying, I be that to everybody else, and don't feel like I don't always get that back, for me. Or I feel like I get the bare minimum, and, people's not going to go above and beyond, whereas I would go above and beyond. And I'm not just saying that's everybody, or it's a specific person in my life or whatever. I'm just speaking generally throughout my life, throughout the people that I've come in contact with. So this is just me speaking, but it is a experience that I have had. So that would be my reasoning of why it's a little harder for me to enforce boundaries. But it's something I'm working on. Hell, I'm not perfect. I'm still working too, y'all. So at the end of the day, please answer in the comments, why do people struggle to enforce boundaries? So moving on to red flag example number 5. Moving too fast. Ooh. Moving too fast. Intensity is not always genuine connection. Not every fast-moving relationship is healed. Oh, All right. So you meet somebody, y'all chilling, and she like, come on, let's move in together. Whoa. Why you want to move in so fast? I don't know you like that. But they did say to really get to know somebody is definitely living with them, because you get to see it all. So yeah, you will have that. That's definitely moving too fast. Talking about forever just in a few days. Like what? Excessive gifts or attention immediately. Pressure to commit quickly. Yeah. Pretty much what I just said with moving together, hey, or after, But I wouldn't really say the example that I was just going to say, like after a month being proposed to. I really want to say that because some people truly do believe in love at first sight. And if you feel it and that connection is there, I don't know. I feel like, let me learn you. Let me date you. Let me see how you are. Let me see you through your happy days. Let me see you through your bad days. Let me see you through your sad days. Let me see you on your stand up, man up days. Like, I want to get all versions of you, because I want to know if you're somebody that I can, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say deal with, but that's not the word I'm looking for. If you're someone that I want to pretty much, commit is another good word. But dang it, it was something else I wanted to say. Well, anyways, I got to know if you're somebody that I want to really give my all into or commit to for the rest of my life, in all versions of you. If you only show me one version of you and then you're like, yo, marry me. And I'm like, yeah, but I haven't seen these other versions and we get married and you're like a whole totally different person. Then I'm like, hell no, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Then it's a waste. So I would like to get to know you. So for me, a month would be too quick, but I wouldn't really say that that's a red flag, because some people know what they know and they feel what they feel, and it is what it is, So, but I definitely, I gotta know that I can be able to deal with you, because every beginning of a relationship or whatever situationship is fun. It's exciting. It's the honeymoon stages, as they call it. It ain't till you get to the real hard trials and tribulations to know if you can stand tough with that person, if that's your person. You know what I'm saying? If you got me, I got you. So, yeah, that one's like, but it's, it's on here as a red flag. So, yeah, excessive gifts. Yeah, if you're just gifting me like left and right, expensive, I'm thinking you trying to buy me, or you on some criminal stuff and you trying to get rid of it, or you know what I'm saying? It'll make me look at you a little like, okay, so many gifts so quick, so fast. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so the question I would like to ask is, have you ever mistaken intensity for genuine connection? I definitely think I have, when I was younger, yeah, the intensity has been great in a lot of situations, but I can't really say if it was a genuine connection. Sometimes, the connection could just be a great physical connection, but as I've gotten older, I'm definitely more of a mental connection type of person. And the physical is going to do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if I had to answer that, yeah, all right. That's all. We're almost done, y'all. I'm only doing 7. I'm not going to do a whole bunch. We're only doing 7, okay? So, red flag example number 6. Is jealousy disguised as love? Okay, that kind of goes back with the controlling to me. Jealousy is often romanticized, but can become toxic and turns into control. Yeah. I mean, that says it pretty good. Jealousy is often romanticized, but it can become toxic and turn into control. So, yeah, I never really been a jealous. Well, at first I was when I was younger. Of course. We go through all this shit when we're young. By the time you're the age I am now, yeah, you passed all that. But yeah, I'm not as jealous now because I'm definitely secure within myself. But don't get it twisted. I don't like all that kiki ha ha ha. But yeah. But before, hell yeah. You female friend who? What? But definitely not now. So constant suspicions, accusations without proof, isolation from friends and family. A lot of times, and to me, certain words or certain scenarios just triggers me to think of a narcissist. So, like an isolation from friends and family, I definitely think that it goes under narcissist too, but that's still a red flag because we're talking about red flags. But yeah, because, you can't get full control over someone's thoughts or manipulate them if they have other people in their ear, in their corner, talking to them, giving them advice. So you want to take them from that so they can only believe in what you say in the words that you say to them and believe that you're the only person for them, So definitely, and then that all still is a form of jealousy because, they don't want nobody else to have you. They don't want to share you, with no one else, I guess. I don't really know because I don't think I'm a narcissist. But question, is jealousy ever healthy? I think I would like to say yes to that, and then I'm gonna tell you why. A little jealousy, it's okay. That's part of human nature, long as it don't become envious. Envious is a different type of jealousy, and it makes you really hate on somebody and not like somebody, just to clarify the difference between the two. But I think showing just a little jealousy, to me, I would want to know my partner care. I want to know that he gives a damn, like, oh, okay, ooh, that turned me on a little bit. Ooh, you got your little feelings a little bit, So I definitely think a little bit can be healthy as long as it don't become overly bearing and controlling. So I say yes. What do y'all say? Please, 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 please let me know because, like I said, I love to read y'all comments and see what y'all got to say. So last but not least, red flag number 7 is how they treat other people. Pay attention to how people treat those they don't need. Ooh. And y'all, it is, it's like when I'm rocking with you, if I'm working with you, if I'm working for you, we're friends, we're family, we're dating, whatever, just people around me. If we're on a closer page, you talk a lot and stuff like that. So you start seeing how they treat other people, like the people, this person treat this person, or these people like this, who treat this. You know what I'm saying? Like you start seeing how they treat other people. Now, this is just the general thing that I'm talking about. This is just not like in a situationship. This is just period. You start seeing how people treat other people. It makes you feel like, well, dad, one day are you going to treat me like that? Or one day are you going to do me like that? I have those thoughts sometimes, so I'm here to say that, yeah, especially if you're doing wrong. Like if you're not doing nobody wrong and you real and, you true to who you are, you loyal, whatever, then, granted. But if you're doing people wrong and you're doing dirty and, it's like, dad, you treat them like that. Shit, what happens whenever you feel this way about me, So it does. I think that's just a red flag, period, Rude to waiters or customer service workers, constantly gossiping, treating people differently based on status. Ooh, Yeah, I know some folks that have been rude to waiters or customer service workers. Shit, I have, but I feel like I have for a reason. Just randomly disrespecting them or being rude, no, because them waiters got to, carry your food. I'm not gonna play with y'all in that back, and y'all back there doing something for my food because I made you feel some type of way. I'm gonna treat you with respect, and I'm gonna be very nice. Same thing with any customer service worker. I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna treat you with respect and nice. But if you giving me those vibes, hey, I'm gonna give you back them vibes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I have, but just not like randomly for no reason. Constantly gossip. I'm a woman. I gossip all the motherfucking time, okay? But I have learned what to gossip about, if that makes sense. You don't want to tell all your ins and outs, your highs and your lows, but you do want a safe space to feel like you can let your hair down, you can talk to somebody and get it off your chest, but that's why I kind of turned back into journaling, so I could just get it off my chest and release it and not have it, all bottled up. So yeah, but I gossip, so if that's a red flag for y'all, that's a red flag because I gossip. But like, I'm definitely in my personal relationship, I'm saying, I'm not trying to tell every single thing, what's going on. But I do, like I say, I feel like, the people that I do talk to and I can vent to and speak to about some things, but I've definitely learned not to tell everything. I had to learn that the hard way, but I learned it. And treating people differently based on status. No, I'm gonna treat you who you are for who you are. I don't care if you got $1 million, if you got $50. If you cool, if you keep it real, if you loyal, and you somebody I want around me or my circle or whatever, that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I do that, but I feel like I've been around people who have before, and it's like it's not that serious because at the end of the day, that's their money. Like, when I go to bed, I'm going to go to bed with the same money I had in my pockets. And if somebody choose to be, generous, okay. But at the end of the day, your money is your money, mine is mine. You're not going to affect me no more than I'm going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to treat you on the same. As like I said, you give me the respect, I'm going to give you the respect. You disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. I don't give a damn how much money you got or how much money you don't got. You feel me? So that's me. So the question that I want to ask you guys is, do you think how someone treats others predicts how they'll eventually treat you? And I actually kind of spoke on that. I do. Sometimes I feel like, damn, whenever, like say, for instance, somebody get mad at somebody and they go blasting all their business on Facebook because they mad at you. And it's like, dang. So when I see you do that to them, it's like, when you get mad at me, are you going to do that to me? Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect, okay? I'm not perfect, but I feel like I am a good friend, and I feel like I'm a loyal friend. And sometimes I may do things to have rubbed you wrong or not, but I feel like we should be able to talk about it, to agree or not to agree, but I should be able to hear how you feel. And as a friend, I should respect it if I care about you, right? And vice versa. If I'm feeling simple when I come to you, you should respect how I feel. You don't have to like it. You might not have to agree. But if you're going to be in my life and that's a boundary that I have or set, either yay or nay. And if nay, then I ain't going to fuck with you too much. You know what I'm saying? So it does. Whenever I see someone treating someone a certain type of way, it's like, damn, you're going to do me like that? And then even in a good way, if you good to this person, good to that person, it's like, okay, you're going to be good to me because I know I'm a good person. So shit, I'm just waiting for you to be good to me. I'm going to be good back. So yeah. But yeah. So those are just some red flags. Like I said, it's about 7 of them. I know there's so many more. And like I said, if I haven't touched on it, drop it in the comments. You already know. So, but these are some audience questions that I would like to ask you guys. Why do we ignore red flags, right? Potential over reality. fear of being alone, fear of starting over, and hoping people will change. We mistake chemistry for compatibility, right? So, do we ignore red flags because we feel like they have potential versus reality? Or are we afraid of being alone? Are we afraid of starting over? Are we hoping that people will change, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt? Okay? I don't know. These are just some questions to think about, especially, if you're struggling with the red flags and, and what to really look for or what you see. Sorry, a little something flying around, a little gnat. What red flag would you never ignore again? And, or have you ever been someone's red flag? What's a red flag you ignored that came back to haunt you? I want y'all to answer that. Y'all wait for me to answer it. I ignored plenty of red flags back in the day. Let's see. Yeah, it was always a bunch of females coming up to me about my man, saying this, saying that. He used to always tell me it was nothing. So that was definitely some red flags. He was very popular. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't want to get into that. Well, no, it's not that I don't want to get into it. That's just what y'all was thinking. I'm just trying to think of like a specific situation, but there's nothing coming to me right now. So I don't want to take too much of your time trying to think of something. So, yeah. I don't know if I've been someone's red flag. Maybe, maybe not. Like I said, you will want me in your life, period. I'm her. So, hey, I don't know. I'm not perfect, though. I have some ways about me. But, once we get to know each other, we work on those things to better ourselves for, not only for them, but for ourselves, too. So, yeah, I don't know if I've been someone's red flag. I'll tell you a red flag I won't ignore again. If I have to question if I feel like I'm always doing the calling, the texting, and, just putting out all this energy and I'm not getting it back and I got to question it. Yeah, I'm not. That's a red flag. If you can't show me that, I'm her and that you genuinely want me and me to be in your life, then yeah, I'm not rocking with it. So y'all let me know. What are y'all thoughts? What do y'all want to say? Let's get into it. So our closing thoughts for tonight are red flags aren't there to tell us who to hate. They're not there to tell us who to hate, y'all. They're there to tell us what we need to pay attention to. Okay? Sometimes the hardest lesson in life is accepting people for who they are, instead of who we hope they'll become. And that's what the red flag's there. So it's not to focus on who to hate. It's just what to pay attention to and what you're willing to do. And we really do focus on trying to accept people for who they are. And no, we try to not accept people for who they are, but for who they'll become. So that is true. When somebody show you who they are, you have to accept it. That's who they are, okay? So advice that I would give is just, we all have the feeling, the gut feeling, the intuition. I don't think it's just the woman's intuition. I think it's a man's intuition as well. We have that gut feeling. And if it just don't feel right, and if you got to question it, then it's not, because you shouldn't have to question it. If it's real, it's real. And it's going to speak volumes. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you got to question it and that gut feeling just makes you feel like this ain't right, that ain't right, I don't know. He ain't called me in days. She ain't called me in days. They haven't came back. I haven't spoke to them. I never been to their house. You know, stuff that you have to question yourself and think about. Yeah. Yeah. So I would definitely say just pay attention to that. Trust your inner thought, your inner intuition. That gut feeling that you just have that you can't shake, and not just your mind playing tricks on you. So really trust that and try to tap into that. And that's the advice that I give. So, I gotta reach to get the bowl for the game. Yeah, I say it every time. And the next episode, it's going to be more questions or different questions. Y'all, all episode, I only had a refill cup. I only poured 1 cup of wine, and I haven't even had to refill it. Okay. I think I picked something that I can't do by myself. Yeah, remember that phrase? It's just me. I cannot. I can say a phrase, but keep saying it to myself, so that's just not going to work. I'm looking up when I picked it, so I don't want y'all to be like, oh. What is your favorite sex position? Y'all, I get to blushing. Y'all see that? Oh gosh, I'm blushing. I think all I can't tell you if I have I like to be on top. I like when he's on top. I like from behind. I don't like I think I would have to say from behind, and not like in a doggy style position, like with me kind of like on my stomach, just propped up enough, because I like it that way, okay? I like it that way, and it's excellent that way. And from the side as well, the side position, it hits good too that way. So, if you would like to disclose yours, please, by all means, put it in the comments, because I'm going to read them. I love it. And so without further ado, our affirmations to you guys is that we love you. You're great. You're wonderful. You can do it. You're strong enough, right? And we love you. And you're beautiful.
You're so beautiful. Give the world a show. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Go up, down, up, down, up. Shake it fast, 'cause you sure look good to me.
Y'all know I like to hold them notes. Hey. But we love y'all. Thanks for tuning in another night with the Jump Off with Lala. We love you. Good night. Or good morning.